Page 114, the Blue Danube Waltz. One of the most famous waltzes there is, if not the most famous. At the top of the page, they talk about the composer, Strauss Jr. It was a family of Strausses. You had the father and the sons, and they all wrote waltzes and music and so forth. But there were other Strausses who were composers that are not related to this. So just because you hear the word Strauss doesn't automatically mean it's one of those people who wrote waltzes and polkas and things and dances. No, be careful on the Strauss thing. Now, a waltz, as you know, is a dance, 3/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's look this over. 2 pages long, treble bass clef. We're in the key of C major, no sharps or flats. Make sure you can do the C major scale. 3/4 time, it's a waltz. We're coming in on beat 3. That's a pickup beat. So if you look at the bottom of page 115, the last measure has 2 counts in it. So that's the first 2 counts, and then this is third. I'm going to kind of take both hands at the same here because for the most part, it's only one hand playing at a time. I mean, one hand might be holding a note down, but it's just holding a note down while the other hand's okay. So we're starting out in C position here. See the broken chord? And you're up here in C position, a block chord. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? As I play that, this comes up. 2, 2, 2, 2. See what it is it's the 5/7 chord or the G7 chord. We're just not playing all the notes all the time. That's fine, and then you come up, and then the right hand comes up here. It's like a 4 chord, an F chord just come up, and then the thumb comes down, so you're kind of in this position. Second line, page 115. Now we have the broken chord, but we have what's called an extended position. Extended means you spread out to the octave. So in the C chord, rather than here, I'm going to move the thumb up to this C, and that changes the fingerings now for these other notes. I'm going to use 4 and 2, because that's the fingering for that chord in extended position. Use 4. Some people teach 3. Use 3. I encourage you to use the 4th finger. So that's what we're doing on the second line. Now you just, and you don't have to hold the position, although I suggest you do. Because a lot of times when you're doing this, you can collapse as you go up, the hand moves up. But I'm suggesting you go ahead and leave it there. And you up here, because you get it again. The end of the third line, lift up, left hand, the right hand. That right hand gets the chords. And the 5/7 chord. And then they say a 2, that's fine if you want. You can do a 3 also. 2 or 3, either one on the F sharp. But the thumb on the G and the here, if you can do the scale, this kind of thing is easy. And then last line, 4, 1. Again, we're in that extended position. This happens to be first inversion, doesn't matter. That's the fingering. 1 and then 2. We take advantage of the repeated note to change hand positions. Okay, so we're moving around a little bit. Once you have the notes and rhythms worked out, you get rid of the hesitations, and we'll think about the articulation. The staccatos, I'm hinging at the wrist, they're short. Connect all this. And remember the natural accents. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there's 1. Don't go. No, we want the half note gets the natural accent. 1, 2, here. That's pretty much the articulation throughout. We're at the bottom of page 115. And the last 2 lines, lift up for the phrases. Now that last last chord there is not staccato. This is the fourth line down on page 115. Lift up. Hold this down and go. You can lift up both at the same time if you want. Lift up. It's a new phrase. So do the articulation, and then you can think about the dynamics. And that goes to the melody. Most of the melodies in the left hand, but the right hand gets it at the end. Soft, whatever you think. This, in my opinion, should be very soft. They don't have you holding the note down as you're doing that. Most arrangements do. You're holding that, and you want to hear it throughout. Well, they're using pedal for that, and that's okay. But I want to hear it while I'm playing that. So I got to play it really soft in the right hand. At the end of the second line, you come up a little bit sort of soft. At the end of the first line on page 115, you come up to moderately loud. Moderately soft in the right hand. And then in the fourth line down, you go up to loud. The right hand gets the melody. And the left hand's now sort of moderately loud. It's in the background. And you're finishing it sort of loud. But you get a dim E writ again there in the last, at the bottom, in the middle of the line. Dim means diminuendo or gradually gets softer. You're only going to go down to about a moderately louder, so you're not going all the way down to soft. And writ means slow down. Retardando. Yeah. Loud, moderately soft. Yeah. And slow down. Yeah. Remember at the end, when I'm doing this in the left hand, I want to hear that. Don't drown it out. And if this is moderately soft, this is going to have to be very soft. Yeah. Speed is a waltz. 1, 2, 3. You can find recordings of this. Now the pedal. Yeah, we kind of need pedal on this because it's going to add the overtones. It adds a flavor. There's a contrast here between this and this. There's a contrast there, and that's sort of what they're after, I guess. I don't know, I'm not sure why else you'd use pedal, because you could get away without using pedal. You simply hold that down in the left hand, just tie it across and hold it down. Because with pedal you lose the staccatos, but that's okay because normally we don't hear these as staccatos when the piece is played. So at the beginning, push the note down first and then the pedal. I'm going to lift the pedal with the hand so there's a little silence, there's a new phrase. And it's that way all the way through. Let's play it together slowly and double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do any dynamics. I'll give us 2 counts. Ready, go? Because we come in on beat 3. Ready, go.